everybody, this is my culturally responsive pedagogy action plan. I'm hoping that you guys have some good feedback for me. My general idea is to put on a community art show in a local business using student work based on the idea of diversity or humanity. And I want to collaborate between the school and the community, and I want to highlight diversity. So some of my collaborations would be between local restaurants and businesses, the school and parents. So we just got a new local bakery in town, and we're wanting to promote the business and the school through creating this art show in the space that they have there. I have already talked to the owners about putting this show up, and they're very willing and wanting to promote student art as well as community artwork. So we're looking at using that space so that we can promote their business and hopefully bring some parents and local community members into the new business as it opens up, but also just bringing the school out into the community. I'm also looking at hanging posters to promote the show at local businesses, so just going around town. This is a very small community, so it's like a one stoplight community, and since that being said, they're very supportive of the school, and I think that if I go around and say, hey, can we hang this up, that they would completely be for it, and then it would just promote more of our community to see what we're doing in the classroom. And it's bringing those parents and community members to see what our students are doing and not just forcing them to come into the school. So the student assignment for this is creating a piece of artwork dealing with diversity. And my initial thought is to look at other artists that deal with diversity in a variety of means, whether that's through art alone or maybe it's through music or writing or something like that. But definitely focusing on the visual aspect of it to see how different artists represent diversity, but also looking at other forms of art as well that deal with diversity. My question to you all is about the theme of the piece. So I didn't know if it should be broad, so saying just diversity in general, or if I should specifically focus on a book or poem or song or something of that means. I generally find it both ways, where if I give a broad topic, then I get lots of different things, and it gives the students more leeway to look at different ideas, but then also it can help to do something more specific so that they have a better focus. I just didn't know if you had any suggestions for me as to which to do, and I will gladly take whatever your thoughts are. So the past experiences, last semester, I did a unit on humanity using video editing, photo editing, and stop motion animation, and I will include the link of the little iMovie that I made for my students to introduce this assignment, and it worked out well. I think the kids really enjoyed the assignment. However, since this is a show going into the community, I can't necessarily use video or stop motion animation because it's being hung on a wall. I don't have projectors, so photo editing I could still do because then I can print out the photos, but for the things like the videos, I don't have the means to do that, so I'd have to rearrange what the assignment is so that we can actually hang it up. So that would be one of my barriers, is the media capabilities in the show space. So the size of the space would determine how much I can put, the size of the artwork, if I can do just two-dimensional or two-dimensional and three-dimensional artwork, etc. And then the other barrier that I have is that I do live in or work in a very conservative community, so controversial topics such as diversity whether it's through various religions or sexual orientations or race, etc. It could spark some controversy, but hopefully it will be a positive thing. So themes from the semester that I'm looking at, definitely community involvement and parent outreach. I think that I realized that that's something that I definitely need to work on. I don't get a lot of parent outreach, and I think that if I can take my students' work out of the classroom and into the community, I think that it'll be a positive exposure of what my students are doing, and definitely this theme of diversity. But it will also give me that opportunity to talk to parents more and see what's on their mind and get that parent and community feedback. And then also just the exploration of diversity in the classroom. I think we've been talking about the importance of looking at diversity all semester long. And I think it's important not only to use it as a practice in your own teaching, but also to teach it in your classroom. So moving forward in the future and kind of holding myself accountable, so I would like for this to be an annual thing or maybe even a biannual thing, where maybe we either keep it in the same venue or even reach out to other venues in the community. And I would like for this to hopefully be a continual community involvement type of thing. So either highlighting different businesses in the community by putting these shows up and bringing parents and students into different businesses or restaurants, that sort of thing. Or I don't know, it will be interesting to see how it evolves if I continue to do this. And then I think accountability wise, definitely I just need to set the dates in advance. So starting in August, talking to whatever business and saying, hey, we'd like to put on a show either around Christmas or at the end of the year. That way I have something that holds me accountable and saying, okay, we've already made this commitment to you, and so we have to do it. So that's pretty much it. I would love to hear your feedback on it. Any suggestions that you have would be great, especially with the theme of the piece. And if you have seen something done like this done before, I would also like the feedback, just because it's not something that I haven't done before in this community capacity, and I'm just kind of wondering what has been done before. All right, I look forward to hearing your comments.